Right, so I want to talk about something that is super important in the twin flame community and on the twin flame journey, and that is how narcissists like to prey on those that align with the concept of twin flames. So why is that, right? Why is that? A lot of times you'll find that when you're dealing with a narcissist, they come in really hot and heavy, right? There's a lot of the love bombing. There's a lot of trying to impress. There's a lot of trying to win you over. There's a lot of that energy, right? And so a great justification for that behavior is, I'm your twin flame. So I'm just going to go ahead and act like we're together and that we're everything and that we're already, married, or that we're already this thing because that's who you are, right? And so there's this energy of being able to justify that inappropriate behavior that comes in very, very early and very hot and heavy in the beginning, okay? So what we have to do is we have to be very, very diligent about being mindful of these types of interactions. This can be very, very damaging. It can be very dangerous when we're on that twin flame journey, when we're aligned with that concept, with that belief, when we know that we're looking for someone, right? That we have that draw, we have that pull, and that we're being called to be with someone specific. Narcissists will very, very much like to capitalize on that. They will use that idea as an excuse for keeping you locked, keeping you stuck in a situation with them. They'll be in a space of constantly saying something like, oh, I'm worried you're going to run, you're going to abandon me, and trying to use the justification that the two of you are twin flames as a reason for you to not leave them, as a reason to stay locked in that toxic situation, that unhealthy environment. Okay, so this is something that we need to really, really be watchful of, okay? The narcissist will definitely try to capitalize on the twin flame concept with this kind of justification, with like gaslighting. If we're coming into a situation where we're like, what is going on here? Are they telling the truth? Are they lying? What's happening? We're wanting them to be accountable. We're wanting to see that they're healing. We're wanting to be in this energy. And then they use this justification, right? Instead of having to be accountable, instead of having to really show up in a healed energy, instead of having to put the work in, there's almost this justification, right? Of, it's me, I'm your twin. You should just trust me. You should just be able to feel comfortable with me. You should just know because it's me, because I'm your twin, right? So it's this really confusing energy. So we need to make sure that when we're in this journey and when we're on this path, that we are being very, very diligent and very focused on how these situations feel to us. We cannot confuse that narcissistic high with a twin flame connection. Yes, twin flame connections are definitely going to be very triggering, very activating, but they're going to be done so in a very different energy than that manipulative, the gaslighting, that kind of like really confused, where it's like all the issues are because you're just doubting the connection. Every time you come to them and say, I'm really I'm confused about this. What happened with this? I need you to explain this to me. Like, what's going on here? There's this, projection onto the other, right? About, oh, like, you're just doubting our connection. You don't believe this. Like, all these things, it's your fault because you're not believing in us. You're not really supporting us in this way. So it can be really, really confusing. It can really mess with us, okay? So we need to make sure that we are focused on the mission, okay? This is a big way on how to kind of avoid this. The mission is about healing, okay? So even if this person is in an energy of a wounded archetype, which I will tell you, there are several that will present as very narcissistic. There's one in particular that can easily be confused with a narcissist or narcissistic behaviors, because the way that their insecurities present can present as very much narcissistic tendencies. There's a way to tell the difference. There's a way to tell, is this person really a narcissist? Are they really in this like toxic energy, or are they in their wounding? There's a very, very significant difference. So I'm hosting the archetype alchemy class that's coming up. Inside that class, I'm going to go into detail with this specific topic, with this specific issue, and how to tell the difference if we're dealing with an actual narcissist or someone who is just deeply in one of the archetype woundings, okay? This is going to be super valuable information for us to be able to move forward in this process and on this path, because we're going to be able to have that that knowledge, right? We're going to be armed with the truth. We're going to be able to recognize the difference very, very quickly in the beginning, so that we can sit back and say, oh, okay, moth to the flame kind of energy, right? Because keep in mind, right? We are, as twin flames, we're going to be that light, right? There's a reason that we're here. There's a reason that we came here to have that experience, to step into that type of healing. It's a very, very transformative journey. Okay, we already know that, but the focus is more about the healing than it is about being together. There's so much more to it, right? And we focus a lot on, I just want to be with this person, I want to be with my twin, that it can be easy to overlook red flags. And this is why the narcissists like to really capitalize on this, okay? So make sure to register for that upcoming class. It's going to be packed full of super valuable information that's going to help you on this journey to avoid getting trapped and fooled by a narcissist on this journey, and to start learning and understanding if your twin or mirror soul partner is just in one of their archetype woundings that is presenting like narcissistic behavior. Again, there is a very big difference, and we will also, I'm gonna go ahead and point it out, even that wounded behavior is super toxic. So even if they're not a narcissist, but they're in their wounding and they're not in healing, that can still be a super toxic environment. So I'm going to also teach you how to identify, is this a narcissist, or is this wounded archetype? And then are they starting to heal, or are they still just unconsciously in their wounding and going to kind of pull me down and derail my path and my journey? Okay, super, super helpful, super valuable. So I'm looking forward to seeing you guys there, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.